Friday morning. Welcome to net number 982 on the 6th of June. This is N2BH, Bill in Palmyra, New York. I'll be doing the first hour of the brew along with Vicky, KE8VKY. Then at 8 o'clock, we'll turn over Jeff, KE0GKF, along with Vicky. Take us into the weekend. Let's see, tonight, 8 o'clock, YouthNet. Bring your children, grandchildren, neighbors' children. They enjoy third-party traffic, and we're always looking for ways to get more youth involved. And Saturday morning, 9 a.m. is 40 meter net on 7.245. And Saturday night, 11 p.m. is a trivia net. Following the brew this morning, there will be a second cup. And 2 weeks away, the meet and greet, Orchard Park, New York. You can make your reservations at ECRMG at W2RBC.com. Always a good time. I've enjoyed it the last couple years I've been, and hope to see a good turnout. The text line is open, 716-317-9050. We already have a list of text check-ins. This was in the queue hours ago, but we put them in. We have Lance, KG7JXD. We have Wayne, KC2NJV, Gil, K4GDS, Greg, DA3GLJ, Roy, KA8BYU, Jimmy, KD9YUZ, David, N6QDY, Mark, KE2EDS, Ben, WD8CZP, Dan, WA8PGV, Norm, NY1US, Ken, KK6BCX, Jason, KE2EAU, and Michael, KE2EIO. Let's take some mobiles only, call signs twice.
Kilo Zulu 4, Juliet November, Kilo Zulu 4, Juliet November, mobile.
So Kilo 4, Kilo Zulu Zulu, KK4, KZZ, mobile.
W2PUT Whiskey, number 2 Papa Uniform Tango Mobile.
Nice weekend. KQ4, UAM, KQ4, UAM.
Kilo Foxtrot 6, Hotel Delta, Juliet Mobile.
W8NJT, Whiskey 8, November Juliet Tango. Okay, we had Anders, KZ4JN, Mark, KK4KZZ, Dan, W2PUT, Kevin, KQ4UAM, Brent, KF6HDJ, and Nick, W8NJT. Any other mobiles? Mobiles only.
KFLO, KG2FLO, mobile in and out.
Alpha Tango, KG2, George Alpha Tango, in and out. Okay, we'll acknowledge Mike, KE2FLO, and Walter, KE2GAT. We're both in and out. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a good weekend. And via the text line, we have N0OGS. Now let's go up to Anders. Question of the day is, do you primarily use a desktop, laptop, or tablet?
Good morning, everyone. Thank goodness it's Friday. I am primarily a laptop user. I wanted to see if I could put in a quick plug. If you're in the North Central area this weekend, there is a annual tailgate in Silver Springs Radio Club has an annual tailgate there. It's tomorrow. I hope everyone has a great weekend. This is Kilo Zulu 4, Juliet November, back to net control.
Very good, Anders. Thanks for that, and hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy. Mark, KK4KZZ. Good morning.
Morning. Happy Friday. And we're at the weekend almost. For work I use a tablet, but at home I use a laptop. Don't know how you want to put that. I guess personal, I use a laptop most of the time. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I'll send it back to net. KK4KZZ.
Laptop it is. Have a great weekend and appreciate you being here. Up next, one of our team members, Dan, W2PUT. Good morning.
Well, good morning to you. Well, for work, it's primarily, but actually I only have a laptop for work, but for personal, I'm primarily using a desktop. I do have a laptop, but for my personal use, most of my radio stuff is primarily a desktop. It's a beautiful morning in Gaylord, Michigan here. We're heading to our place up north. Left about 3:30 to avoid all the ugly traffic around Ann Arbor and Flint and that. And we'll be there about an hour. Back to you, WUT Mobile.
Very good, Dan. Yeah, we're 65 and cloudy here. Had a little rain early morning, and not sure if we're going to get any more. Have a great weekend. Enjoy. Kevin, KQ4UAM. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone on Brew and Brew. Would have to be a laptop from me. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Stay safe. Well, KQ4UAM, back to the net.
Yeah, thank you, Kevin. Hope you have a good weekend, and thanks for checking in. Brent, KF6HDJ.
And we should be having some thunderstorms this weekend, but which will make trying to work the museum ships on the air this weekend interesting. I'll probably be taking down and putting up my HF antenna quite a bit. For the question, I am primarily a desktop user, although I also have laptops and tablets. Back to net control, KF6HDJ Mobile.
Yeah, very good, Brent. Yeah, I saw the notice from ARRL. That should be interesting, trying to find all the different ships. Have a good weekend. Nick, W8NJT. Good morning.
Morning, Bill, and everyone. For me, I'm a parts manager at a car dealership, so I spend all day looking at my desktop computer with multiple monitors. W8NJT, back in that.
Very good, Nick. Yeah, I'm sure you need multiple screens looking that stuff up. Have a great weekend. Thanks for being here. Let's see. Let's go up to see if he's here. Lance, KG7JXT. I didn't think so. Let's go to Wayne, KC2NJV. Do you primarily use a desktop, laptop, or tablet?
Good morning, all. And Bill speaking. Nice seeing you last night, Vicky, KC2NJV. The answer is I have a desktop with 4 screens, and that's what I use 95% of the time. Have a great day.
Hey, you might be the winner today with 4 screens. Wow. Have a great weekend, Wayne. Thanks for being here. Gil, K4GDS.
Good morning, Vicky, Jeff, and everyone else on the brew. I'm going to say desktop. That's what I use at home. At work, it's a laptop, but it spends most of its time docked anyway, so it might as well be a desktop. K4, GDS, back to net.
Very good, Gil. Have a good day and appreciate you being here. Greg, VA3GLJ, good morning.
Morning, Bill, and good morning to the brew crew up here in Cartier. It's currently 50 degrees Fahrenheit or 10 degrees Celsius. Answer to your question is I'm using a brand new iMac, so a laptop it is. I'm going to be away from the radio for about a month, heading out to BC, so everybody be safe, and hopefully we can talk again there at the end of the month. 73 VA3GLJ.
Very good, Greg. You'll be missed, but hope you have a good time and look forward to hearing about it when you get back. Let's see this N2BH. Let's go to Roy, KA8 BYU. Good morning.
Everybody on the brew, KA8 BYU. I haven't used the desktop since about 2011. And between the laptop and the tablet, it's about 60-40 for the tablet. I use that more than the laptop now. So, however you want to score that one. Everybody have a good day, and hope to see you on the Usenet tonight. Back to you.
Yeah, we put you down for a tablet, Roy. Yep. The Usenet tonight, like I say, always looking for third-party traffic. Bring the kids, like to get them involved. Have a good day, Roy. Jimmy, KD9YUZ, good morning.
Good morning, Bill and Vicky and everybody on the crew. Put me down for a laptop. Everybody have a great weekend. KD9YUZ, back to net.
Well, thank you, Jimmy. Hope you have a good weekend as well, and laptop it is. David, N6QDY, good morning.
Yeah, morning, Bill, Vicky, the brew crew, and everybody in the Zoom room, M6QDY. Yeah, go ahead and put me down for a laptop. Everybody have a great weekend. M6QDY, back to net.
Laptop it is. Hope you have a great day. And, appreciate you joining us so early every day. Nice to see some of your views in the Zoom room there. Mark, one of our team members of the Open Mic Night. KE2EDS, good morning.
Good morning, Vicky, and the rest of the crew. I do use all three, but I primarily use a desktop. Have a great day, a great weekend. Hope to see everyone tonight in the Usenet. KE2EDS.
Very good, Mark. Hope you have a good day, and talk shortly. Ben, WD8CZP.
Good morning, Bill and the brew crew on Zoom. I'm down here in Winter Haven, Florida. It's currently 74 degrees, 95% humidity. The dew point 73%. Heat index today is going to reach 100. Looks like. So that'll be fun times. Summer in Central Florida. Expect a little bit of rain, maybe later on today. I am a full-time RV, as noted in the Zoom. That's my station on wheels. And answer a question. Depends on what I'm doing. I would say desktop is primarily. I have a HP. I have a Mac Mini for the desktop. I have an HP for a laptop for programming radios. I'm on the iPhone right now for Echolink, and I have a tablet if I'm reading books. So that's my collection of stuff there. Anyway, you all have a wonderful day. I'm going to try and make it a regular on Fridays. I've got so many nets and things that I want to, it's mostly at the nighttime. The weekday is pretty well filled already. I'm supposed to be retired, but it seems like I'm working harder than normal. Anyway, thanks to everyone there, and back to net control.
Yeah, very good, Ben. Yeah, it looks like a nice setup you have there, and I'm sure you have a nice site. And yeah, it's amazing how we have so many different electronics along with so many different HTs. Have a good weekend. Thank you for being here. Dan, WA8PGV. Good morning.
Hey, Bill and everybody on the Brew Crew. Put me down for a desktop, mostly because it's very fast with a direct Ethernet connection to the internet, and it's very productive. You and everybody have a good day.
Desktop it is. Hope you have a great weekend. Appreciate you checking in. Up next, Norm, NY1US, who's on the open mic night once in a while. Good morning, Norm.
Vicky and everybody on the crew today. Normally I use a laptop, so I do have my phone and tablet, but 99% of the time I'm on my laptop, so it's much more convenient. So everybody have a great weekend, and we'll see you Monday, Bill.
Very good, Norm. Hope you have a good weekend as well, and appreciate you being here. Ken, KK6BCX. Good morning.
For a desktop. It's KK6BCX. Back to that.
Desktop it is. Hope you have a great weekend, and thank you for checking in. Jason, KE2EU. Good morning.
Good morning. I primarily use a laptop at work. I'd have to go with laptop, I guess. Phone for personal, but probably on my laptop more than I'm not. So hope everybody has a good weekend. A little foggy and overcast here, and hopefully we won't have a lot of rain. We got a golf tournament today I'm working at, so hope everybody has a good weekend. Acting that control, KE2EAU clear.
Well, thank you, Jason. Hope you have a good weekend as well, and enjoy the golf tournament. And sounds like we're going to have a decent weekend here. Michael, KE2EIO. Good morning.
Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, everybody. TGIF. To all you skiers out there, it means toe goes in first. I have a laptop. It's KE2EIO, and everybody have a good day, and think snow, because that's what I want. Back to that.
Let's get past motorcycle season. Have a good weekend. Thanks for being here. Let's see. Let's go down. Thomas, N0OGS. Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Coming to you today on some alpha software with contrast flex, unified radius. So, not sure what my level's like. I hope I'm not blowing everybody away. My primary operation is a laptop, but in a docking station with 3 more monitors. So, but then occasionally portable, so a little bit of both. Yes. Back to net control, and Shabbat Shalom to anybody else that is a member of the tribe.
Laptop it is, and yeah, it sounded like you were pretty hot on your audio there. Could cut back a little bit. Have a great weekend. Appreciate you checking in. See, we'll acknowledge some text check-ins. We have Terry, KM4TC, Ray, N3DQD, and Steve, W8STJ. And we just hit Andy, W2RBC via text line. Let's take some new check-ins. General check-ins, call signs twice.
KF8 CWF Kilo Foxtrot 8 Charlie Whiskey Foxtrot.
N5 CHB November 5 Charlie Hotel Bravo mobile.
K24 UPK, Q4 UPK, Chris at Fort Pierce.
Kilo 2 Tango, Kilo 2 Tango Victor.
4 Tango X-Ray India. Kilo Charlie 3 Lima Alpha Victor. Kilo Charlie 3 Lima Alpha Victor. 702 Uniform Bravo Lee in Germany.
Kilo Charlie 3 Foxtrot Golf Delta. Kilo Charlie 3 Foxtrot Golf Delta.
November 1 Whiskey Echo Bravo. November 1 Whiskey Echo Bravo. All right, we'll hold up there. We'll acknowledge Brian, KF8WF, Chuck in the mobile, N5CHB, Jason, K4KU via text line, Chris, KQ4UP, Vincent, KO4TXI, Bob, K2TV, Mike, KC3LAV, Lee, KI7HUB, Ray, KC3FGD, and Webb, N1WEB. Let's see, let's go up to Chuck in the mobile, N5CHB. Do you primarily use a desktop, laptop, or a tablet?
Morning, everybody in Coffee World. Happy Friday. I use a laptop. So 73s, everyone have a good weekend. N5 CHB, back to net.
Oh, thanks, Chuck. Hope you have a good weekend as well, and motor safe. Let's go to Terry, KM4TC. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill, and a good net, big net you got going, TGIF. Yeah, I would have never dreamed when I started my tool and die trade 43 years ago that I would spend all my time in front of a computer, but that's what I do now. I pretty much reverse engineer worn out parts all day in front of two big monitors, so I'm primary desktop. Y'all have a great weekend. KM4TC, thanks.
Yeah, very good, Terry. Yeah, technology is something else, and it's amazing how we get attached to it. Have a great weekend. Ray, N3DQD, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Bill, Vicky, and the rest of the crew in there this morning. Primarily a tablet. This is N3DQD.
Tablet it is. Have a great weekend. Appreciate you checking in. Steve, W8STJ.
Hey, good morning, Bill and Vicky and everybody here on the Morning Brew. Primarily for me, it's the desktop at work that I'm using, but I also have a laptop home, but I got to go with desktop because that's what I'm using most of the day. Hope everybody has a great day ahead. 73 Doll, W8STJ.
Very good, Steve. Hope you have a good Friday and enjoy the weekend. Randy, W2RBC, one of our team members. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill, Vic, and everyone on the Morning Brew. My primary computer is a laptop. I'm an engineer, so I use all three types every day, depending on the task. Back to net control, 73 to all, W2, RBC.
Yeah, very good, Randy. Hope you have a great day. Appreciate you being here. Brian, KF8 CWF.
Good morning on the Brew Crew. I'd have to say laptop at work, because at home I got all the honeydews before I can settle down at my desktop and play with my computer stuff. So laptop it is. Have a great weekend. KF8 CWF, back to net control.
Well, thank you, Brian. Hope you have a good weekend as well. Jason, one of our team members, K4KU, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Bill and Vicky and everybody on the net. I am primarily a laptop. In fact, I just turned it on to start the work day. So everyone have a great weekend. This is K4KU, back to net control.
Yeah, very good, Jason. Hope it goes quick for you, and you have a great weekend. Chris, KQ4 UPK.
Bill and Vicky and everybody on the brew this morning. Primarily, I always have used the desktop. Fair share of desktops. Had a few laptops, but I primarily use a desktop. So, back to net control, KQ4 UPK.
Yeah, very good, Chris. Hope you have a great weekend. Appreciate you checking in. Vincent, KO4 DXI, good morning.
I primarily use a laptop all day long. Back to net control, KO4 GXI.
Yeah, very good, Vincent. Hope you have a great weekend. Appreciate checking in with us. Bob, K2TV, good morning.
Good morning, Bill and Vicky and the Brew Crew. Primarily a laptop. I do have a desktop computer, but the laptop I use most times, especially for ham radio purposes. Have a good weekend. This is K2TV.
Well, thank you, Bob. Hope you enjoy your weekend as well, and appreciate you being here. Mike, KC3 LAV, good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Vicky, and everybody on the net this morning. This is Kilo Charlie 3, Lima Alpha Victor, Mike in Warwick Township, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. It's a beautiful, beautiful sunny morning here in Lancaster County. We're having a great time on the deck with the birds and the squirrels and the laptop. We use the laptop and have a great time here enjoying this country weather. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Taste the Littus is going on this weekend. My goodness, stop on by. KC3LAV, we're standing by. Thank you. Back to net.
Yeah, very good, Mike. Yeah, it is nice to sit on the porch and hear the birds, and we have some rabbits here, and once in a while deer come through, and have a great weekend. Appreciate being here. Well, let's go over to Germany. Lee, KA7 HUB.
From Bravo Delta, Oscar 702, from Bravo German call sign. Of course, my name is Lee, Lima Echo Echo, and I am in Hanover, Germany. In case you're looking at that QRZ site, you look a little further. It says maintained by Delta Oscar 7 Hotel Uniform Bravo. That again is my German call sign. It's a glorious day here, about 1:30 in the afternoon, and I primarily use my cell phone all day for things that I need to look up, calculate, control, and talk on. Thank you for having me in the net. Thank you for doing the net. And good morning, everyone.
Yeah, very good, Lee. We put you down for cell phone, and hope you're having a good time over there, and appreciate you checking in. Ray, KC3FGD, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Bill, Vicky, everyone on the brew. Desktop for me, and today I'm heading down to New Jersey, visit some family, and everyone have a wonderful day, wonderful weekend, and shout out to my neighbor Mike down there in Lititz. KC3FGD, back to Bill at Net Control.
Well, thank you, Ray. I hope you have a great weekend and appreciate being here every day. Webb, N1WEB, good morning. Well, thank you, Bill. Thank you, Vicky, for logging, and thank you for all the background there. And I use a desktop and a laptop, but I probably use a laptop most of the time. And hey, I really missed, I wasn't able to get onto the 20-meter net yesterday. The conditions just kept me away. I couldn't even hear Roger yesterday, so it was real bad. N1WEB, everybody have a great weekend. Yeah, I was surprised I got through. I just run 100 watts on a little dipole on my deck here, and I made it through. Have a great weekend, Webb. Thanks for being here. Let's see, we have two more text check-ins. We have Joe, KM4WZD, and we have Roger, KO4QMM. Listen to BH. Question of the day is, do you primarily use a desktop, laptop, or tablet? Let's see, let's take some mobiles, if there's any mobiles out there. Call signs twice.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Foxtrot. Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Foxtrot, pedestrian mobile.
E2 POB Kilo Bravo 2 Papa Oscar Bravo Mobile.
Okay, we'll acknowledge Vern, VA3CRF, and Patrick, KB2 POB. Let's go to Vern first here. Do you primarily use a desktop, laptop, or tablet?
Good morning, Bill and Vicky, and everybody on the brew crew. Thanks for picking me up out for a walk here. It's low 60s right now, and a little bit hazy. Yeah, those wildfires are pretty crazy up north. In terms of the question of the day, primarily a laptop. Although honestly, for most ham radio stuff, I just use my phone. For the rest of the day, we're heading back to visit my brother-in-law in the hospital. He's been in for a couple of weeks, and that's prevented me from deciding on whether I can go to the meet and greet. So I'm hopeful that he'll be healthy and out of the hospital by the 21st. All right, Bill. Thanks for doing it. Hope you have a great weekend. VA3CRF.
Oh, thank you, Vern, and yeah, I hope he gets better, and hope you can make it. If not, we understand, and you'll be missed. Have a good weekend. Thanks for being here. Patrick, KB2 POB.
Put me down for a tablet. Thank you and have a good weekend. KB2 POB.
Tablet it is. Have a good weekend, Patrick, and appreciate you checking in. Let's go to Joe, KM4WZD.
Well, happy Friday to everybody. Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning to the whole crew. You can put me down for a laptop. In fact, if you can fit it, you can put me down for two laptops. Got one at the office and one at the house.
Everybody take care. 7-3s. We'll talk soon. It's KM4. WZD. Back to net.
Very good, Joe. Hope you have a great weekend. And 2 it is. Roger, voice of the 20-meter net. KO4 QMM. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Bill and the Brew crew. Yeah, I thought that was a pretty fun net yesterday. We ended up with 21 contacts, I think, somewhere around there. And got a lot of the people that was in the Zoom room. That's always fun. But did not get Webb. I did miss Webb and felt bad about that. But got the Godfather. That things were looking up. You can put me down for a laptop that my buddy Joe helped me get at Hamvention, and it has worked great ever since. Rest of the day, 76 degrees in Florida, bike ride. Probably play a little radio later if propagation allows. Back to you, Bill. KO42MM, Roger, clear.
Yeah, very good, Roger. Yeah, I couldn't hear very many people on there myself, and but it was fun, and hope you have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you later. See, we have some more text check-ins. We have Gary, N8ZFH, Lewis, KE9CSL, James, AA5JW, and Jeff, KE8SMN. Let's take some general check-ins, call signs twice.
Kilo 9, Delta Quebec, over. Kilo 9, Delta Quebec, over.
KD2IWN, KD2IWN.
Kilo Delta 2, November Lima Mobile, KD2NL Mobile. KE9GIF, KE9GIF.
Air Echo 3 Tango Golf, November. Victor Echo 3 Tango Golf, November. Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
Okay, we'll hold up there. We'll acknowledge Ale, K9DQ, Tim, KD2IWN, Chip in the mobile, KD2NL, Adam, KE9DIF, Tim, VE3TGN, and via the text line we have Ariel, W4RHC. Well, let's go to Chip in the mobile. Do you primarily use a desktop, laptop, or a tablet?
Good morning. Good morning to the Nets. I primarily use a laptop. So I'll say 73, you'll have a good day and a good weekend, and back to that KD2NL Mobile.
Oh, thank you, Chip. Hope you have a good weekend as well, and appreciate you being here every day. Gary, N8ZFH, good morning.
Good morning, Bill, Vicky, and the crew. And over here I use a laptop for work and a laptop for home. Please check me in and out. I'll continue to listen. And 8ZFH, back to that.
Well, we'll put you down for a laptop. Have a great day. Thanks for being here. Lewis, KE9CSL. KE9CSL, Lewis, you still with us? Yeah, maybe he's grabbing the second cup. James, AA5JW, good morning.
Well, good
morning, Bill and Vicky. Thank y'all for running the net this morning. This is Alpha 5 Juliet Whiskey Mobile. James in Spring Mobile into Houston for work today. It's going to be a beautiful day leading into a hot weekend, and I'm looking forward to it because it doesn't seem like we're going to rain, so it'll be nice. The wife and I will get to go out and volunteer at the donkey rescue this weekend, and it'll be great to see all the jackasses out there. To the question at hand, I primarily use a laptop. I have a couple of them, but everything seems to be a laptop in my life. I just don't have room for a desktop anywhere, and just don't need it. With that, I'll say 7-3, hand it back to this. Everybody have a blessed day and stay safe out there. This is Alpha 5 Juliet Whiskey Mobile. We'll be monitoring. Yeah, very good, James. Hope you have a great weekend. And saw on news last night. Looks like some of the south is getting going to get some bad weather. Hopefully, it's not around you. Jeff, KEA-SMN. Good morning.
Good morning, Brew Crew, KEA-SMN. Put me down for a desktop, Bill. That's what I use primarily. Awful smoky here from the wildfires. KEA-SMN, back to that.
Desktop it is, and yeah, we had a little bit here the other day. You could kind of smell it, and the sun had a little tint to it, but it wasn't too bad, and hopefully it clears up soon, but it sounds like there's some pretty bad fires. Have a good weekend. L, K9DQ.
DQ Mobile. Morning, everybody. On this morning, cruising on 75, enjoying the traffic. Hi. The Michiganders will get the joke, I guess. The key word you had there is primarily I use a laptop. However, I am an equal opportunity, and I use all of them depending on what the situation is and what the requirement is. But primarily, it's a laptop. Have a 73 and a great morning today. We're expecting it to be in the 70s today, which is good for a change. Back to you, Net Control.
Very good, Al. Laptop it is, and hope you have a great weekend. Appreciate you being here. Tim, KD2IWN. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill and Vicky and everybody on the Brew Crew this morning from rainy Western New York. Yeah, I use a laptop at home, a laptop at work, and everything else is with the iPhone. Well, that's how life goes around here. Enjoy your weekend, everyone, and maybe we'll catch you on the second cup if they have one. 73 from KD2IWN.
Yeah, very good, Tim. Yes, there will be a second cup following the brew this morning, and I'm not sure what the topic will be or if it's going to be what's on your mind, but hope everybody sticks around for the second cup. Let's see, Adam, KE9DIF. Do you primarily use a desktop, laptop, or a tablet?
Bill, good morning, and thank you again for hosting. Primary use is a desktop. Believe it or not, with 4 monitors due to the industry that I'm in, the financial industry. Use a laptop probably 10% of the time at home. This is KE9DIF Chicago, dodging the smoke.
Yeah, very good, Adam. Yeah, you tie Wayne this morning for 4 monitors. Man, that's a little crazy. And hopefully smoke clears out for you so you can enjoy the weekend. Appreciate you being here. Let's go up to Tim, VE3TGN. Good morning.
Good morning there, everybody.
yourselves in the control. I use both iPhone and laptop. I got a laptop on my wearable, but it is very difficult sometimes to get the thing to open up. I don't know what things. I bought it 5 years ago, but it's really acting up sometimes. But that's what I have there back to you. That drove me straight to the
Very good, Tim. Yeah, things advance so fast. 5 years old is sometimes outdated. I still have, for programming and stuff, I have some old Windows 7 and stuff, and still works. Have a great weekend. Appreciate you being here every day. Ariel, W4RHC, good morning.
Lazy, but today wake up early, wake me up at 3 a.m. So that's the beauty of being on call and being in charge of the network for public. So anyways, I use all three. I fix desktop. I use desktop at home. I do have a couple of iPads at the house and also the laptop for work. So all day using computers, whatever is available. Now, of course, the phone, which really don't take in consideration anymore. People keep calling it a phone, but it's actually a computer. It's a portable computer anymore. Every now and then we do get a phone call. For the majority of the time, we're browsing the internet or using Google Maps. So the phone is also a computer. 73 is too old. I hope that everybody has a blessed weekend. From Whiskey 4, Romeo Hotel Charlie. I like your voice.
Very good, Ariel. We created a category just for you. We put down all. And, yeah, my alarm woke me up this morning. First time in a long time I've slept that late. Have a great weekend. Appreciate you being here. Zachary, KI6KQO.
Good morning, Bill, Vicky, and the Brew Crew. 79 degrees here from Central Florida. And put me down for a laptop. I don't actually own a desktop. 7-3 to the group. Have a blessed weekend. KI6KQO back to net.
Laptop it is, and thank you very much. Hope you have a great weekend as well. At the bottom of this list, we have Jim, KD38TQ. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill, Vicky, and the rest of the Brew Crew. While I prefer a desktop, I find myself using a laptop more often now. So traveling, whatever, I'm kind of switching over. Back to net control, KD38TQ.
Yeah, very good, Jim. I hope you have a great weekend and appreciate you being here. Let's see. Via the text line, we have Scott, KY4ND. We'll get back to you in a minute here. Let's do some in and outs. People that want to get on their way, in and out stations only.
W7 OMH, W7 OMH Mobile, in and out. Good morning.
November 9 Echo Hotel Tango and 9 EHC. Good morning. In and out.
Kilo 4, Delta India Yankee. Good morning. In and out.
November 882 Romeo Whiskey Foxtrot at 10-8RW. Please check me in and out. Good morning.
KE2EED, in and out. So Alpha 3, Kilo Tango Juliet. So Alpha 3, Kilo Tango Juliet, in and out.
Charlie,
November 5, Romeo Tango Charlie. Good morning. In and out.
Okay, we'll hold up there. We'll acknowledge Mike, W7OMH, Doug, N90HT, Charles, W2CJM, Eugene, KK4DIY, Bill, N8RWF, Christopher, KE2EED, Jinzik, VA3KTJ, Gary, N5RTC, and via the text line we have W8KLL. How about any more mobiles? Do we have any mobiles? Call signs twice.
KD2EXQ, Kilo Delta 2 Echo X-ray Quebec, mobile in and out. Oscar, Romeo Kilo, KQ4 ORK mobile.
Kilo Echo 2, Golf Charlie Victor, mobile.
Okay, let's hold up there. We'll acknowledge Mike. KD2EXQ is in and out. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great weekend. We have Barry, KQ4ORK. And last one, was it KEGCV?
Golf Charlie Victor.
Okay, we'll get back to you in a second here. Let's go to Barry, KQ4ORK. You primarily use a desktop, laptop, or a tablet?
Well, good morning to everybody on the crew and a happy Friday, and I hope it's going to be a good day here. Primarily, I'm a desktop guy, but I'm in a new venture where they've just handed me a new iPad 11 and I absolutely hate it. So I'm going to go with all three though, maybe four, because in addition to the other gentleman earlier, I use that cell phone, which is a handheld computer, a lot as well. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Back to net control, KQ4ORK in the mobile. We'll be listening during our 45-minute drive.
Well, good luck with the new tablet there. I don't know. I products there. Have a great weekend, Barry. Thanks for being here. And it looks like Garrett, KE2GCV. Looks like you're new to the system. If you have a good email on your QRZ, you'll get a welcome letter from us. Good morning.
First time check-in here, coming at you from downtown Buffalo. In the parking garage. I hope I'm getting out okay. I'm primarily a laptop guy, and that's about it from my end. KE2GCV.
Oh, you're sounding great. Welcome to the system, and if you go to eastcoastreflector.com, that's our website. You'll see what we're all about. It lists all our different nets and has a lot of good information, and hope you become a regular. We're here Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Time, and look forward to hearing from you again. Let's see, we have a couple more text check-ins. We have Charlie, NA2B, Bob, KQ8U, and Charles, KD2YUI. Let's go up to Scott, KY4NB. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Bill and everybody. I'm mobile in the car, one in the parking garage, and the Echo Link was spotty. Sorry about that earlier. She called me in. I'll go with all three. 7-3s on a Friday, everybody. KY4NB, back to net.
Oh, you're sounding fine, and I didn't realize you're mobile. We got you a little earlier there. But thanks for being here, and hope you have a great weekend. Let's go to Greg, WD8KLL.
Yeah, good morning, everybody on the Brew Crew. I have a laptop and an iPad, and I use the laptop for downloading stuff, but I'm actually speaking to you right now via Echo Link on my iPad. So I probably use the iPad more often if you're looking for one. So with that, back to net. Everybody have a great weekend in 73s.
All right, Greg, we put you in the tablet column, and hope you have a great weekend. Appreciate you being here. Charlie 30, NA2B, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Bill. And everybody on the net from Birdie and I. We are currently in Hiawassee, Georgia, in the Georgia Mountains, where it's 60 degrees and absolutely gorgeous on the base of the Smoky Mountains this morning. Birdie and I have been sitting here watching a group of 4 or 5 deer below us in the pasture. Anyway, in response to the question, Bill, I use a mini computer that I bought, so it'd be a desktop. And it's about, 4 or 5 inches square, about 2 inches thick. Runs Windows 11. Probably the smartest thing I ever did. The thing runs great. Absolutely great with a little HDMI monitor. I also have a laptop that I use for PE testing for Zoom sessions, but my primary device, Bill, is the little mini computer, so highly recommend them to anybody that has to replace anything. Rest of the day, we're actually doing a little 60s concert tonight to get about 4 or 5 60s bands, Jay and the Americans, the Turtles, and a whole bunch that we had seen before. We'll be going to that. So, other than that, we'll be back first of the week back in Tampa Bay. Thanks for what you do. N2BH, back to that. NA2B portable.
Yeah, very good. Hope you guys enjoy your time there. And yeah, it's nice to relax and watch the animals and sit outside. And sounds like a fun time with the music there. And hope you guys have a great weekend. Bob, KQ8U, good morning.
Morning, Bill, and the rest of the Brew Crew. I use primarily a desktop. It's 6 years old. It's getting real tired. I'm looking at replacing it. Then I have a Chromebook, which I don't use that much, and I don't use a phone for anything on a computer. Just make phone calls, send text. I guess I'll see everybody on the second cup. KQ8U, back to that.
Very good, Bob. Maybe you can check out those mini computers that Charlie was talking about. Have a great weekend. Thanks for being here. And Charles, KD2YUI, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everybody listening in on the Brew Crew, and good morning, Vicky. Laptops. Yeah, I do a lot of the and with the cell phone, but the original category is given laptop. 23 all back to net control KD2YUY.
Yeah, very good, Charles. Hopefully you have a great weekend and appreciate you checking in. Up next, the Godfather, WB2JPQ. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill, Vicky, and Jeff. I use a laptop with 2 remote monitors on it down here, but I've used the laptop for quite a number of years. Never really moved it from the desk. It's kind of almost like a docking station here, so moving down for a laptop. Yes, we will be doing the second cup at the top of the next hour. We'll see you then. This is WB2JPQ.
Yeah, very good. Hope people stick around, join you for the second cup. And just a reminder, in 2 weeks, the meet and greet, June 21st, You can make your reservations at ecrmg@w2rbc.com. There's information on the Facebook page and on the website, and hope to see everybody there. That'll do it for me today. This is N2BH, Bill in Palmyra, New York. We'll turn it over to Jeff at KE0GKF along with Vicki, and hope everybody has a great weekend. It's all yours, Jeff.
Well, thank you, Bill. Great first hour. Good morning, everyone. My name is Jeff, KE0GKF. I'm located in Omaha, Nebraska. Talking about those mini computers, that's what I have here in front of me with dual 27-inch monitors in front of me. It's things no bigger than the palm of your hand. Hangs off the back of the monitor, so it saves space. It's out of the way, not a big tower. And it's about the fastest computer I've ever had. That's what I have. We're ready for another round of check-ins. We have W2AJR, Andy, in the queue on the text line. Let's go for another round of check-ins, twice and slowly, please.
KJ5 KO4 WDF KJ5 KO4 WDF Lee. November 9 Bravo Bravo Motel. N9 BBM Nathan, Chicago. Romeo Oscar Uniform. Mike 3 Romeo Oscar Uniform. Over the UK. K2 Kilo 4 Bravo Uniform Charlie. Kilo 4 Bravo Uniform Charlie. In and out. Victor 44 November. Kilo Juliet 5 Lima Charlie Delta. Kilo Juliet 5 Lima Charlie Delta. Lewis and Magnolia.
Okay, we'll go with this list right, starting from the bottom up. We just had Lewis KJ5 CLD or LCD. W4NYZ, something like that. If you could correct your call sign, W44NYZ, something like that, please clarify that.
Victor 44 November Yankee Zulu. Victor 44 November Yankee Zulu.
Okay, Evan, thank you. Vicky had it right. We were just making sure. She had a question mark on it. We weren't sure. Moving up the list, K2CMT, K4BUC, M3ROU, KI4DTR, N9BBM, KK4WDR, KJ5 question mark OR, KJ5 and a question mark. If you could clarify your call sign, please.
KJ5 KOR. KJ5 KOR.
All right, David, appreciate it. Hang tight. We'll get to it. Thanks for fixing that for us. And at the top of the list, via the text line, waiting patiently, W2AJR. Andy in Cheektowaga, New York. Andy, the question of the day is, do you primarily use a desktop, laptop, or a tablet?
Good morning, Jeff. Everybody on the Brew Crew. Wow, it's kind of divided, but I guess primarily it's a desktop, with the tablet being a close second. Rest of the day is work, and then who knows? We're going to do some nets tonight. So everybody have a great weekend. 7-3. Thank you, Jeff.
Andy, thank you for checking in this morning. Always good to hear you out there. Have a great weekend. David in Houston, Texas. KJ5KOR. David, how about that Pixel, pal?
For me, it's laptop. I got a couple of laptops that I use all day long. But when I'm sitting by myself, I have that tablet out. But primarily is the laptop. A little sleepy this morning, but thanks for having me on here. I've made it every day this week. This is KJ5KOR in Houston, Texas. David.
Excellent attendance. You get the attendance award for the week, David. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend. Let's go to Richard in Crestview, Florida. KK4WDR. Richard, what about that firewall fighter? Rick, are you still with us this morning? KK4WDR. We'll put Richard in as in and out for now. He can always check back in. He's probably grabbing some coffee. Let's go to Nathan in Chicago, Illinois. N9BBM. Good morning, Nathan.
Morning, the whole brew crew. It's Nate in Chicago. Let's see here. This is day number 5 of 12 in a row. Vacation relief. Looking at things are good here, and I use a laptop. I went back to a MacBook Pro. Bought a new Canon full frame DSLR. So do a lot of audio editing, video editing, and stuff like that. So anyway, hope everyone has a great weekend. TGIF, thanks for everything that you guys do. Good night, BBM.
All right, Nathan. Yeah, I'm sitting in front of two 27-inch monitors with the log in front of me, the hub monitor, the Zoom room, on a little mini PC. It's got 16 megabytes of RAM and, a fast, up-to-date processor. Thing's fast. It works for me when I use it for stuff like this and work. Let's go to a station KI4DTR. There's a question mark on that. KI4DTR. Maybe clarify that for us and go ahead. Charlie, we pulled you out of there this morning. We got you down for desktop, I believe. Your signal is a bit marginal, a lot of noise on it, and your audio is quiet. But we got you in there, and you have a great weekend. Let's go to Peter, heading over the big water over there in England. Good morning. Well, maybe good afternoon to you, Peter. M3ROU, Peter, heading over to you.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Primarily I use a desktop for gaming and whatever I want to do, emails and that sort of stuff. And thanks for your newsletter as well. That was very interesting, especially the big 17. And the invite to New York, that sounded good as well. Look forward to it. I'd turn up, but no, I will be. But anyway, thanks for the invite anyway. I did it yesterday. But yeah. And I've got a full laptop as well. So, controller back to you. Thank you very much.
believe. K4BUC, yes, you were in and out. You have a good morning, James. Let's go to Mike, one of our network facilitators in DeBerry, Florida, K2CMT. Good morning, Mike. What about that Bit Bandit?
Good morning, Jeff, and everyone on the brew. I spend a couple of hours a week here at the brew, and I use two desktops to do that job at the same time. And the rest of my life is spent on my iPad and telephone, 90% on my iPad. Everyone have a great day out there and a good weekend coming up. This is Mike, K2CMT.
Yeah, Mike, it's mostly phone for me too. Other than this computer for doing the net and work. That's the only time I'm on the computer. Thanks again, Mike. Have a great weekend, sir. Evan, in Jones Estate, St. Thomas, let's head over to some beautiful part of the earth. W44NYZ. Evan, over to you in St. Thomas.
It's Victor 44, November Yankee, and I am in Music, the parish of St. Thomas, so I'm not in the island of St. Thomas. Alright, I use my laptop and my tablet, both equally. I'm a Mac guy, so I have iPhone and all that, so I'm all the way Mac. Alright, good morning to all the members of the crew. This is Evan saying hello from the beautiful Twin Islands Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. I am on the island of Music. You all have a wonderful day.
All right. Thanks for checking in, Evan, from the beautiful island there. Have a great day. Let's go to Lewis in Pinehurst, Texas. KJ5LCD. Lewis, over to you.
Good morning to everybody out there. Hope your day is getting going good. Can you repeat the question for the net one more time? Sorry.
Sure, Lewis. The question of the day is, do you primarily use a desktop, laptop, or tablet?
I primarily use a desktop. Me and my son put it together. It's for gaming, but I don't really game on it. I mostly just design stuff that I 3D print on it and watch YouTube. I don't know all the specs of it. My son does. He likes doing that kind of stuff. But I don't really use it for ham radio, at least not yet. But I do plan on getting a laptop for doing some field stuff once I get my HF rig going. Yeah, everybody have a good morning and send us back to that control. This is KJ5LCD.
All right, Lewis. Have yourself a great morning and a great weekend. One of our network facilitators up next from Britain, Michigan, K8BAC. Good morning, Al.
Hey, good morning, Jeff. Everybody in the Brew Crew. Happy Friday. Although I have just about all of the above, I think primarily I use a laptop. I got a couple of laptops. If I'm not on one, I'm on the other. So recording software and, all the stuff for FT8 and everything else, which I barely use. But everybody have a great day with KBAC. Hopefully see you all tomorrow morning.
We have come a long way, haven't we, Al? I'm showing my age here, but remember the Radio Shack computer that came out, and it was cassette tape load for all the information into RAM? It took 45 minutes to upload 1 megabyte. Have a great morning. We have Bill in the queue. that came in by the text line, KFOMHN. We're ready to add to that list. Let's go with another round of check-ins, twice and slowly.
W2CJM, W2CJM Mobile. W4PPX, W4PPX Mobile.
KO4WDF trying again. KO4WDF Lee. November 5 X-ray Charlie X-ray
Kilo Juliet
5
Delta X-ray Bravo.
Good morning.
November Whiskey 3 United and W3U.
Okay, always like to put a pause for the cause there, make sure I'm not covering anyone. Let's go with this list here. We had KD3AJN and KK7ZSH that came in by the text line. NW3U, KJ5DXB, N5XCX, K1JAX via text, KR4WDF. We'll see if that's correct when we come to it. And W4PPX, W2CJM, and KFOMHN. Let's go to the top of this list via the text line. Bill in Minnesota, KFOMHN. Good morning, Bill. The question of the day is, in review, do you primarily use a desktop, laptop, or tablet?
Well, good morning, crew, and good morning, Vicky. Mainly a laptop. I have a desktop over at my desk, but mainly a laptop for everything. This is KF0MHN. Have a great day, everybody.
Bill, have yourself a great morning. Let's go to Charles, who is possibly mobile here. We've got a couple of mobiles we'll get to. Charles and Selvin, W2CJM. Charles, over to you.
Jeff, everybody on the crew, Vicky, I mostly use a laptop. Everybody have a great weekend. Be safe. Thank you for doing it.
In Hollywood, Florida, W4PPX. How about that Commodore computer? Remember those things? Don, good morning. Don, going once, going twice, W4PPX. I have both laptops. Back to night control. Okay, Don, you were a bit scratchy, but we got it all. Have yourself a great weekend. Up next, KR4WDF. Is that correct? KR4WDF. We were unsure. Call sign there, KR4WDF. Something close to that. We'll try one more time.
Yes, KO as an ocean, 4WDF Lee.
All right, Lee, KO4WDF. Thanks for clarifying that for us, and we're ready to. Are you ready to answer the question? Do you primarily use a desktop, laptop, or tablet?
Well, I use a laptop for all of my programming. I've got a bunch of programming softwares in there and stuff like that, but I've got like a 2-monitor screen for desktop. That's for my, I've got a gaming PC set up for desktop, but the laptop is used for all my programming, running my regulars and updating firmwares and stuff like that.
Well, you're a busy guy. Have a great weekend, Lee. Thanks for checking in. Let's go to Harlan in Jacksonville, Florida, K1JAX. Harlan, how about that data dyno?
Top, I'm probably about 60% desktop and 40% laptop. K1JAX, back to the net.
Harlan, have yourself a great weekend. Hey, let's go to Woody in Tavares, Florida, N5XCX. Woody, what's going on this morning? And how about that computer?
Well, if I can get the darn button to push, we've got phone echoing here. We've got, I use a laptop most of the time, and some of the time, well, most of the time I use my phone here with echoing. I'm trying to start nursing home ministry. I think they're all so lonely that I should probably get them in the ham radio, you know, and with echoing and all that stuff, and have them all talking. All they need to do is have the phone right. You have a good one. We'll talk to you later on. N5XCX. Back to you.
Woody, have yourself a great day in Florida. Let's go to Frank in Sugarland, Texas, KJ5DXB. Frank, what about that silicone station?
KJ5DXB, good morning to you, Jeff, Vicky, and everybody. My silicone station is a 27-inch iMac desktop. Thank you for the check-in. Everybody have a great weekend. KJ5DXB, back to you, Jeff.
All right. Yeah, I've got dual 27s right in front of me as we speak. Aren't they nice, Frank? They work really, really well. It's like the big button telephone for us old guys. It's easier to see. Have a great day. Let's go to David in Garner, North Carolina, NW3U. Good morning, David.
Well, good morning to you and everybody else on the Morning Brew this morning. Hope this finds everyone well. NW3U here. Well, I got you beat just by a little bit. I've got my desktop here. I've got 4 monitors on it, 27-inch monitors. I love multiple monitors. I don't think I could work on a desktop without it. And that's my primary one that I use. It's nice having the ability to put multiple screens up so you don't have to shift around screens to find everything. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. I hope everybody has a good weekend, and we'll try to catch you guys Monday morning. 7-3's NW3U.
All right, David. Have yourself a great weekend. I also want to say good morning to Debbie and Brian via the Listen Live link. A couple of non-hams that listen now and then. You might have heard me say that a couple times. They're a combo between iPad and laptop, and they're listening to me streaming through the house via the Bose system all over the house. Boy, that's great. I can only imagine what I sound like. Have a great morning, Debbie and Brian, via the Listen Live link. Let's go to Jason in Milwaukee, Oregon, KK7ZSH. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great day. Jeff, thanks for doing the NES. Vicky, thanks for logging. 73, of course, to all. I use primarily a little tablet, really. I use it once in a while for mainly paying bills and programming radios, it seems like. But yeah, the tablet gets most of my use, so there you go. With that, back to net control, KK7ZSH.
Jason, we appreciate you checking in this morning as always. Let's go to Anna in Beaver, Pennsylvania, KD3AJN. Anna, what about that code cracker? Is it a desktop, laptop, or a tablet?
Good morning, Jeff and the crew in there this morning. There is no code cracker here, but I do have a tablet. Everybody have a good weekend. Stay safe. KD3AJN.
All right, Anna. Oh, I just like to joke around a little bit now and then. It helps wake me up in the morning. You have a great weekend, ma'am. Let's go to Mark in Albuquerque, New Mexico. W5MHG, I'm sorry. Mark, good morning.
Well, good morning, W5MHG. Gracie says bow wow, yippee-yi-yay. With 52 degrees in the backyard. Gracie can't use any of the above. Her paws are too big. But we use all of it above, mainly on the desktop. W5MHG from the land of enchantment. And we do love that text line, no matter what we're on. 7-3.
Where's the any key? Have a great morning, Mark. Say hi to Gracie for me. Let's go to Mike in Valley Springs, California, heading over to the other end of the USA, K6AN. Early morning over there. Mike, good morning.
Hey, good morning to everybody on the crew. Combination here between tablet and laptop computer. So back to you and have a good day. K6AA and Claire.
Mike, thanks for checking in early morning over there in California. Let's go to Roy in Livonia, Michigan. W8ROY. Roy, what say you?
Happy Friday to everybody. We're sitting here in the Motor City under all this smoke from Canada. Man, 2 days it's looking like nasty out. Thanks, Canada. So I got a laptop upstairs with some lazy and my desktop downstairs, but I prefer the desktop because I got some big screens. Everybody have a great weekend. Back to next call, W8ROY.
Roy, motor safely out there and have yourself a great weekend. We have Thomas that came in via the text line, is in queue, and we're ready for another round of check-ins. By the way, my name is Jeff, KE0GKF, with Vicky on the log, KE8VKY. The text line real quick again is 716-317-9050. Just put your call right in your phone there, and Vicky will get you on the log when it's right in the appropriate place. Another round of check-ins, twice and slowly.
Air 5 DRT, Fort Texas, Form Alpha Hotel Mobile.
Bravo Alpha Delta, David in North Carolina.
Alpha Foxtrot. Alpha Foxtrot, in and out.
Kilo Delta 6, Delta India, Quebec. KD6DIQ, Todd, in and out.
Kilo Whiskey 7, Bravo Oscar Bravo.
KW7 BOB.
5DRT and 5DRT, Texas.
W2KJV, W2KJV.
4 Zulu Delta Foxtrot. KQ4 Zulu Delta Stop Foxtrot. In and out.
Whiskey Delta 8, Papa India Charlie, WD8PIC.
Charlie 5.
Okay, we missed a few there. There was some pile up there, so we're going to add. I'll ask after I mention these. WD8PIC, W2KJV, KW7BOB, KD6DIQ, KQ4ZDF, KR4BAD. We had a station with the AH in your call. That's all we got, AH. If you could clarify that for us.
UAH, Kilo Delta 2, Uniform Alpha Hotel.
All right, Rocco, thanks for helping Vicky out this morning on that. N5DRT and KE2ECB. We probably missed a few there. If we missed you on that last go-round, please come with your call sign twice and slowly.
KF8 DRC, KF8 Detroit Rock City.
Charlie Papa Oscar, Kilo Charlie 5, Charlie Papa Oscar.
Okay, to that list we added KC5CPO, KF8DRC, KC2JPQ, and I think I mentioned all the rest. Let's go to the top of this list. KE2ECB. Looks like Thomas, you're a new station in Baldwinsville, New York. Good morning, Thomas. Well, Thomas, we got you in spirit. Your signal is unreadable. I think I heard the word work, the worst word I want to hear out of all of that. Thanks for checking in this morning. Let's go to Kurt in Morton, Texas, N5DRT. Kurt, do you primarily use a desktop, laptop, or tablet?
A phone, but laptop is my other one, my other go-to, N5DRT.
Kurt, you're sounding good this morning. Have a great weekend. Let's go to Rocco in Long Beach, New York, KD2UAH. Rocco, what about that Ram Renegade?
Definite crew. Laptop for sure. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Be safe. God bless. KD2UAH Mobile back to the net.
All right, you too. Do the same, Rocco, and you were the lucky 100th check-in of the day. You get the reward. Let's go to David in North Carolina, KR4BAD. Mr. Bad. David, over to you.
Good morning, Jeff and Vicky and the Brew crew.
my choice, well, not my choice, I guess. My primary machine is a laptop, and lots of them, for work and for play and for radio and music, and yeah. So, everybody have a good day. That's it for KR4BAD. Back to net.
All right, David, thanks for checking in. Quick couple announcements. Don't forget the Youth Net tonight at 8 p.m. I'm quite sure I'm right on the time. Check in and bring your the youngins out and some third-party traffic and get them interested in radio. And that's the whole thing behind that. We'll see you tonight on the net at 8 p.m. for the Youth Net. There also will be a second cup at the top of the hour. So stick around and say good morning to Dick and Vicky. It's the weekend. It's Friday, so of course we have the second cup coming up. Let's go to Bob in Tigard, Oregon, KW7BOB. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning from Tigard, Oregon. Hey, it's great to hear everyone's voice. I'm on a laptop almost most of the time. I have a tablet that I read on, and I use my phone a lot because I just can't take my laptop with me, but I want to do some searching and communication. So that's it for me. KW7BOB, back to net control.
Bob, have yourself a great weekend, sir. We'll talk to you on Monday when we do this again. Let's go to Tony, one of our network facilitators in Homosassa, Florida, W2KJV. Tony, good morning.
Good morning, Jeff, to everyone on the Morning Brew. Tony here in Homosassa, 79.2 degrees Fahrenheit. For primary computers, we use laptops, Jeff. Everyone has a great day. Back to you, Jeff, W2KJ.
All right, Tony. The one I'm using with the log and everything, I ended up getting it for free. I'll explain some other time, but not right now. Let's go to Bob in Sylvania, Ohio, WDAPIC. Bob, good morning.
Good morning. I don't use this, but I have a laptop. My friends use it. I don't even have a cell phone. I'm not in the modern age, but I don't care. I don't want to be pestered. But yeah, I have a laptop for streaming and a few things, but my friends have to do it for me. But that's my own choice, because there is stuff for the blind and whatever, but I choose not to get into that. I'm listening to some audio right now off of the net, courtesy of some Alexa devices and a couple of other devices, but that's my extent of computer use. Back to net control. 60 degrees and cloudy here in the Toledo area, WD8PIC.
Oh, well, all right, Bob. Enjoy all of that technology, and good talking to you again. Have a great weekend in Ohio. Let's go to Frank in Lancaster, New York, KC2JPQ. Frank, push the fun button.
Good morning, Jeff, and anybody listening to the brew. Primarily, I use a desktop computer, and I have other devices, but that one I use the most. And today, we got a rainy day over here in Lancaster, New York, so not much going on. I'll say 7-3s. Everybody have a great weekend. Do something fun. I'll send it back to you, Jeff. KC2JPQ.
All right, Frank, thank you, sir, and have yourself a great weekend. Let's go to Jack in Rochester, Michigan, KF8DRC. Jack, do you primarily use a desktop, laptop, or a tablet?
Everyone out there, good morning, Jeff. I use a laptop, always a laptop.
Thank you for running the net. KFA DRC.
All right, Jack, have yourself a fine weekend. Let's go to David in Burleson, Texas, KC5 CPO. David, over to you.
Good morning to the Brew Crew. Very cool question today. My primary computer that I use for programming radios and running Wires X and all that fun stuff is an old Windows 10 paperweight of a laptop, and that's what I use in the shack. Also have a slew. I've lost how many Raspberry Pis I've got laying around the house in different things, so didn't hear that as an option, but I just thought I'd toss that in there. Everyone have a great day. 73 KC5 CPO.
All right, thanks for checking in, David. You know, they asked Intel a long time ago. I saw it. They said, why don't you just make these chips or these processors the fastest they can be right now? And Intel's reply was, well, we'd never sell any processors. If we just go to the fastest thing right now, we won't sell anymore. So the whole thing is just to get them a little bit faster every time. Intel will continue to stay in the processor business. Let's go to Carlos in Hollywood, Florida. N1CBM, our flyboy. Good morning, Carlos.
Good morning, Jeff, Vicky, and everybody else. 72 in Atlanta. Nice and flyboy I am today, starting late on a Friday. VGIF, but it's going to be a late start, 3 p.m. Atlanta to Chicago, and then waiting there for a couple of hours, meeting, coming back to Atlanta, dropping a passenger, and ending up in Stewart. Hopefully I'll make it home before 11 o'clock tonight. And speaking of which, the main computer I use for downloading databases and uploading them to the aircraft is a laptop that sits on a desktop in my house. I take it around every time I use it. Every time I need it is not every single day. Every single day I carry a iPad that has a special program for us to check the charts, weather, and approach plates into the airports and all sorts of aeronautical information. Well, with that piece of information, I'm going to send it back to you, Jeff. Thanks for running the net. N1CBM, back to you.
Carlos, always good to hear you down there. And wasn't it Goose that said, do some of that pilot stuff? Maverick. Have a great weekend, Carlos. Fly safely. Let's go to Dennis in Dansville, New York. W2KDC. Good morning, Dennis.
Good morning, Jeff, Vicky, and everyone on the brew. Happy Friday. I use an iPad Pro 90% of the time, probably for just about everything I do, except for programming the radios. I've got a Windows laptop. That's my ham radio laptop. But the primary device is an iPad Pro. Everybody have a great weekend. This is W2KDC wishing you 73 and back to net control.
All right, thanks for checking in this morning. We have WA8CLG who checked in by the text line. We're ready for another round of check-ins. By the way, the text line is 716-317-9050. That's 716-317-9050. Just put your call in. That's all you got to do. It'll get you on the log and you miss the pileup. Let's go for another round of check-ins the good old-fashioned way. Come twice and slowly.
W6 India Alpha Mike. W6 India Alpha Mike.
Romeo Oscar November. That is WB4RON Mobile.
Quebec 8 Papa. Whiskey, Quebec 8 Papa, mobile, in and out.
Whiskey Delta 4, Oscar X-Ray Tango, WD4OXC, in and out.
KD2, Kilo Echo 4, November Victor India, KE4 NVI mobile.
November Whiskey 4, Quebec,
NW4 Foxtrot Romeo, KG5 UFR.
November 5, Romeo Tango Charlie. November 5, Romeo Tango Charlie.
Is Kilo Oscar 4, Tango Yankee Alpha, KO4TYA.
Okay, we'll go with this list. 804TYA, you might have been mobile, but we got you down there that way, so hang tight. N5RTC, let's see, NW4Q, KE4NVI, you're mobile, hang tight, Kevin. KD2VNU, WD4OXC, and WQ8P, something like that. WQ8P, I think we've got it right. WB4RON, WW6IAM, WB1DXN, and WA8CLG at the top of the list. We also added by the text line while I was reading those, KJ5IQN and W3ICQ. Let's do these mobiles first. Kevin in Fort White, Florida. KEVNVI. Good morning, Kevin. Question of the day is, do you primarily use a desktop, laptop, or tablet? And good morning, everyone on the Brew Crew. Answering the question of the day, I use a little bit of everything. My job requires me to use desktops, mobiles, tablets, and you name it. We're very electronically centered. So I'm going to say all of the above. Actually just got off shift this morning and heading home for the next 2 days. Enjoying the weather here in north central Florida. It's about 80, bright and sunny. Everybody have a great day. KE4NVI. All right, Kevin, have yourself a great morning. Let's go to WB4RON, Ron in Niagara Falls, New York, also mobile with us this morning. Ron, what say you?
Everybody outside of Brew, Vicky, awesome job again this week. I'm going to go with definitely the laptop. Downside, suggest using the phone here for once we retire. Back to the net. Thanks again, everybody. Have a great weekend. WB4RON. Mobile.
Ron, motor safely. Have a great weekend. We got your laptop down. Let's see. We have WQ8P. I think was in and out. Yes, you were, Nathaniel. Have yourself a great morning. Let's go to the top of this list to Doug in Homosassa, Florida. WA8CLG. Doug, what about that computer? Is it desktop, laptop, or tablet?
This is WA8CLG, and my answer to the question is yes. I've got them all over the place, but my primary use is with my tablet. I just about carry it everywhere, and that's my daily user. And don't want to forget my little Raspberry Pi that is working its little heart out right now as we speak. And everybody have a very good day, good weekend, and a special hello to my neighbor, Tony. And with that, everybody take care. 7-3s. Back to you, Jeff. WAHCLG. Oh, I'm sure there's a lot of Raspberry Pis out there working this morning, and repeaters and everything else. Have a great morning, Doug. Let's go to Daryl in Epsom, New Hampshire. WB1DXN. Good morning, Daryl.
Good morning to Vicky and Jeff and the morning brew crew, WB1DXN. My primary is laptop, and actually that's the only thing I have is laptop. So got rid of the monsters a long time ago. Just too hard to carry around once in a while if you need one on the road someplace. 70 degrees here already. It's going to get up to 76 for a high. So have a good weekend out there. Be safe on the highways. Remember, always expect the unexpected. And look ahead, think ahead, plan ahead, and be careful and always have an out. So watch those mirrors and make sure that nothing's around you if you have to make a quick change. WB1DXN, you all have a good day, good weekend.
Port 2, link is...
Well, good advice, Daryl, and have yourself a great weekend. Let's go to Francisco in Redlands, California. Head over to the other end of the USA. WW6IAM Francisco. Good early morning to you.
Morning, everybody. Anywhere, this is Whiskey 6, India Alpha Mike. I'm on my morning walk with my cup of coffee, with my wife. We come around the block to make a little walk and listen to you guys and about the computers, prefer laptops instead of tablets, and the rest I try a little bit of everything too. Cell phones and Raspberry Pis. Back to you.
Francisco, enjoy your walk with your wife this morning in beautiful California. Have a great weekend. We had a station WD4OXC or something like that. We might need clarification. WD4OXC, and go ahead and give us your answer. Going once, going twice. We might not have had it perfect, but something like WD4OXC. We will put that station in as in and out this morning. Let's go to Derby Dan, one of our network facilitators. We all know him. KD2VNU. Good morning, Derby Dan.
Thank you, Jeff. Good morning to everybody. Happy TGIF. And yes, I use the desktop primarily, but I do use all the devices. Wishing everybody a good day. Catch everybody on the Usenet later, and maybe second cup. KD2VNU.
Thank you, Dan. Have yourself a great morning. And yes, as Derby Dan just said, the second cup at the top of the hour. Everyone stick around, please. Let's go to Jim in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. NW4Q. Good morning, Jim.
Morning, Jeff. Sounding great. These days, it would have to be my tablet. Have a nice one.
Tablet it is, Jim. Have a great morning. Jacob in Farmers Branch, Texas. KG5UFR. Push the fun button, Jacob.
Well, good morning. Thanks for picking me up. KG5UFR here, Jake from Farmers Branch. I primarily use laptops, but I do have a couple tablets in service. The main computer here in the radio room is a laptop. but I do have a Surface Pro and a iPad Pro that I do use, especially the Surface, quite a bit. That's my field computer, sort of. It's my primary, anyway. It's technically a tablet, but you can connect a keyboard to it and it turns into a laptop. So I do both, laptops and tablets, but no desktops. The only desktop I have is at work, but no personally on desktops. So back to net control. This is KG5 at UFR.
All right, Jacob. Station sounding good as always. Have a great morning. Might have had a mobile station that I might have missed. I'm not sure. Greg in Largo, Florida. KO4TYA. Good morning, Greg.
Good morning, Brew Crew. Greg, Largo, Florida. Yeah, I am mobile. Thanks for picking me up. I'm going to go with the laptop, and I'm off today, and I see Clearwater Beach in my immediate future, and I'm hearing lots of my brothers out there from Florida, so that's very encouraging. Have a great day, everyone. Back to net control.
All right, have yourself a great day, Greg, down there in Florida. Let's go to Terry in Austin, Texas, N5RTC. Good morning, Terry.
Good morning, Jeff, and crew members from beautiful, soon-to-be hot, Austin, Texas. I use all three, but my primary is a desktop. N5 RTC, back to net control.
All right, Terry. Well, you're looking good on my monitors this morning. Have a great morning. Let's go to Neil in Houston, Texas. The text line, KJ5IQN. Good morning, Neil.
Morning. Thank you for picking me up. Via the text line, KJ5IQN. It's laptops all the way, although oftentimes they behave like a desktop because they don't move too much. This is KJ5IQN returning to net control.
Neil, we appreciate you checking in. Have yourself a fine weekend. We had Bob, Chris, Don, and Chad via the text line come in. We're ready for another round of quick check-ins. Well, you know what? We'll call for ins and outs. If you've waited this, we have a net coming up, so let's go with just ins and outs. IOs is all we're going to go with right now. And then we'll take Bob, Chris, Don, and Chad.
November 5, Kilo Mike, in and out.
For OSU, not for Ohio State University, in and out.
Lima. Kilo India 4, Foxtrot Mike Alpha. Kilo India 4, Foxtrot Mike Alpha, in and out.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. My bad, I called for IOs. I want to get to these last stations here. Bob in Leesburg, Florida, W3ICQ. Good morning, Bob. Over to you.
Good morning, Jeff. I know you're pressed for time, so we'll make it quick. The laptop's for me. Back to net.
All right, Bob. Have a great day. Chris, WB5ITT.
Good morning, sir, to the rest of the Morning Brew from warm and humid southeast Texas. And for me, it's either one of my laptops or a desktop. Don't have a tablet. Or the phone, one of the three. Anyhow, WB5ITT, back to the control.
Up next, Don in Ocala, Florida, W9EBB.
Don from Ocala. I was going to say laptop for me and a tablet occasionally. Have a blessed day, everybody. 73 is a great job.
Don, thank you, sir. And Chad wrapping up the net for us. Chad in Scottsdale, Arizona, N1RAD. Chad, what about that binary beast?
Howdy. That binary beast is a standing desktop that I spend about 10 hours overnight working graveyard shifts. So put me down for desktop. Thanks, N1RAD.
We got you down for desktop, Chad, and thanks for putting a ribbon on the net for us. Everyone stick around. The second cup is coming up. Dick will put about 20 to 25 seconds of delay in there so stations can connect and disconnect. Everyone have a great weekend. On behalf of Vicky, Bill, Dick, everyone have a fantastic weekend. This is KE0GKF Clear.
Well, good morning, everyone. This is Dick, WB2JPQ, along with Vicky, KAPKY. We'll be doing the second cup here this morning. It's June 6th already. A rainy day in western New York. Got me out of mowing lawn, but have to come up with an excuse for tomorrow, I guess. As we normally do here on the second cup, we just see what's on your mind and let our users ask a question or whatever's on their mind. We'll take mobile check-ins in just a minute. I want to remind everybody, as Bill did this morning, about the Western New York meet and greet, June 21st at Chestnut Ridge. If you haven't already signed up, please do so. Looks like we're going to have a great time. The weather guessers promised me a nice sunny day, so I think everything is on track. So hope you can join us on the 21st, south of Buffalo in Chestnut Ridge Park. People are coming from Michigan, Florida, and so forth, so in Canada, and other parts unknown, so should have a great time. Let's see, we have his mobile check-ins. Already got Bob, KQ8U via the text line, along with KD8CZP. What do we have as mobiles? We always pick up some different mobiles, usually on the second cup. People are traveling, obviously, at different times. Mobiles that would like to get in here on the second cup. Good morning, everybody. This is Dick, WB2JPQ.
N1YKT, N1YKT, Hopkinsville.
Here, so that's KBC, the SWL mobile.
The Rochester Mobile KD2 something. You're a little bit noisy. Try it again twice, please.
Sure thing. KB2 DSQ Kilo Bravo 2 Delta Sierra Quebec mobile.
All right, Christopher. Looks like you and Johnny are the only ones on the road this morning. Morning to you, Johnny. Hopkinsville, Kentucky. N1YKT. Good morning, Johnny, again. And what's on your mind this morning?
Good morning, Dick. Just a little one here at daycare. Nice little 5-minute commute on the day off. Our local club here, which part of the leadership or whatever it's called. Hate to call it that, but it is what it is. We're having our first test session this evening, so, you know, just a little nerve-wracking that I don't want to mess anything up. The local ham community here, or soon to be. So that's all I got this morning, just a little nervous, you know, first VE test session that I'm over. Just want everything to go right.
We'll give you an update next Friday on the second cup. Let you know how that went, sir. Good morning. Thank you for doing the net as always.
All right, Johnny. Well, good luck there. I'm sure things will be just fine. Good morning to Christopher in Rochester, New York. Chris, what's on your mind this morning? Where are you headed?
I am off to work. Nothing too exciting on my side. I'm in the same boat as you. We are just getting rain down here in Rochester, so I'm hoping that clears up. I also get out of mowing, which is nice, but yeah, it's a little grimy out. Other than that, nothing too exciting going on. Back to that, KB2, DFU.
Yeah, but it keeps growing. You get out of it, but it only grows. I was going to do it yesterday, then I said, no, we'll wait. Not looking at the forecast of rain today, but it's all good. We have something now planned for tomorrow. I guess it's supposed to be in the 80s tomorrow here in at least this part of western New York. Any other mobiles in here this morning? Any other mobiles other than Christopher and Johnny that would like to get in and say good morning?
DY8GRU from the Philippines. DY8GRU, check in, check out.
I don't know, something, 8IU or something like that. If you could give us your call sign twice, please, we'd appreciate it. We'll get you in and out. I'm looking for mobiles, but we can certainly get you in and out. The 8IU or whatever it was, please, twice slowly.
Delta Yankee 8 Charlie Romeo uniform. Delta Yankee 8 Charlie Romeo uniform from the Philippines.
Joseph, we got you that time. DY8CRU. Let's go up to Bob, Ecorse, Michigan. Good morning, Bob. First on the list this morning again. We missed you last night at the Asking Homer, being Homer. I think you said you had something going on, but you were thought about.
Morning, Dick. Got trouble with the button. I guess I jumped the gun on the check-in for the second cup, but yeah, just a question about my computer desktop is getting real tired. It's 6 years old, and it was rebuilt then in Windows 10, and I'm looking at maybe getting a new one, and I'm interested in a mini computer. I know nothing about that. If it'll run as fast as like a regular one, I've got to put a second monitor in. I don't have much room, but even the replacement one for this one, the CPU would only be like 10 by 10 by 4. I didn't know anything about them. Over?
Yeah, I guess Jeff's got he's got a souped up one. Joe and Dan and myself and a bunch of us. A couple of years ago now already, we bought something for, it was a little over $100. It's a little 4x4 by 2 inches high. And I use it over on the other computer. It works just fine. As good as my $1,000 laptop. I have a couple of computers going here, 3 computers going here all the time, but it's a great little box. I don't know much about it. I forgot all the details, but certainly Joe, I'm sure, would remember. He's got one, and Dan's got one, and others. Yeah, let's see what Ben's got going on this morning. Ben Mobile, it says here for a name. WD8CZP. Good morning, and I see you in the Zoom room, Ben. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Dick. Enjoy the newsletter. Yeah, Vicki put me in as mobile. I'm permanent full-time RV in a travel trailer. And
the background is actually where I'm sitting. That's a static picture, obviously. But I have the monitor is hooked up to, and the remote keyboard, Bluetooth keyboard and mouse are hooked up to a Mac Mini, which is up in the cupboard up above. And then I have a HP Windows 11 laptop for programming radios. I have Anytone, and then 2 commercial radios, ergo my previous life, which you can read at your pleasure in QRZ. But yeah, down here and enjoying the humidity in Winter Haven. We're looking at a heat index of 100 degrees today. 95% humidity, dew point 75 degrees and growing, I think. It was a couple hours ago, it was 74 out. I haven't been out. I've been running all over the place here trying to do my chores in between listening. I got upgraded my iPhone to a 16 and had wiped out a bunch of stuff, so I'm back on Echolink and trying to build up my calendar of all the nets, and plus HF and local, because I embed myself whenever I'm stationary at a campground for a long period of time. I'll get involved in the local folks as much as I can. So I'm a member of the Lake Wales Amateur Radio Club and also the Polk County Emergency Services as a volunteer. I kind of keep one little toe in the emergency services stuff. Good operation down here. But I do have my Kenwood 480 and HF running off a Marine Mobile antenna with an MFJ tuner. Not that efficient, but there isn't a lot of room to hang some wire or a buddy pole or something like that. I'm gonna try and figure out something, not sure what yet, that I can augment that. That's just a quickie, so I can do 20-meter local basically. Oh, quiet. Local repeater. Anywho, yeah, that's about it. I'm trying, like I said, I'm trying to plan out the nets. I know I haven't been able to get on the okay, thank you. And anyway, I'll back to net control.
You cut that one close. You had 2 seconds left before timing out.
Nice to be monitoring out there.
So, anyway, thanks, Al done. Hey, let's go to Ken, Kingsman, Arizona, KK6BCX. See the text line this morning. Good morning, Ken. What's going on out there?
Well, good. Dick and also Vicky. We got 51 degrees out here in northern Arizona. Expecting a high of 84, so it's going to be a really nice day. Not much going on. Got a late start of work today at 11, so getting ready for that pretty soon. I also wanted to say thank you to Vicky for the latest newsletter. It was really outstanding, so I appreciate all the hard work on that. So that's enough from me of anything that's interest, so I'll send it back to Net, KK6BCX. Back to you.
Well, thank you, Ken. And yes, another great publication. Puts many hours into that every month. And for those of you that are not getting our ECR magazine, I think it was 100 and some pages this month. You can subscribe yourself by going to bit.ly/ECR subscribe. ECR subscribe, and you can subscribe yourself if you're not receiving our magazine. It's a great read, a lot of interesting stuff. Crystal River, Florida, good morning, KJ4LXJ. What's happening in Crystal River this morning?
Morning to you and all the second cup users. Well, it's hot already. 81 degrees, we're supposed to get up to right around 90. very humid. Going to be working on the RV, getting it ready for an upcoming trip to South Carolina with my cousin and her husband. And I've been listening, hoping to hear my other cousin in Tennessee. She's an extra and didn't know anything about the East Coast Reflector. I got her set up on Echo Link, I think yesterday or the day before, and was able to make contact with her, so hoping to hear her this morning. KJ4 LXJ, back to the net.
What is your call sign? What are we might be looking for here this morning?
Her call sign is AI4 November Hotel Quebec.
Hey, I made noted at AI4 NHQ. He comes in here, we'll certainly know he's a relative of yours. Let's go to Joseph. I know you said once you were going to out, but let's see if you're still there. DY8CRU. Good morning. Yep, I think Joe's gone. Did say he was in and out. We went back to him to get a correction on the call sign. Next up is Roy. Good morning, Roy. K8BYU. What's on your mind this morning, Roy?
Ready on the second cup. K8BYU. Got some of the stuff already done. Got my Walmart food order here and put away. And got the kids fed and watered and the litter box is clean. So it's been a good day already. I think I'm done now. I can sit down and relax for a while.
Well, there you go. It's kind of wet here in Western New York, as you know, right? So won't be much outdoor activity today. Dan just popped in via the text line. Do I have any mobiles? Anybody mobile this morning that would like to get in and say hello on the second cup? Mobiles only. This is Dick, WB2JPQ. WB5ITT mobile. Well, there's Chris Mobile. I guess everybody else is already at school, play, or work, whichever. Good morning to Chris, WB5ITT.
Good morning, Godfather. Hope everything is going well in your area. And not much on the agenda today, and I'm running over to the tower site. One of my repeater transmitters keeps dropping off for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the controller or whatever. Anyhow, got a radio reunion lunch tomorrow in New Orleans. Actually, the suburb of Chalmette. Going to be driving over there to make it. See my ex-assistant Tom, WB5FRQ, and a bunch of other friends over there. It's always a good gathering and some fun times. And other than that, just I guess gonna hang out around the house on Sunday and get some stuff done. WB5ITT mobile.
Well, sounds like a relaxing weekend, Chris. Speaking about repeater sites, David's coming up here in 6QDY and been a frequent flyer in the Zoom room. And, he's in microwave equipment in California for the state of, and taking us to some absolutely gorgeous sites over the past year. But he just leaves it sitting here watching it, kind of nice to see some beautiful installations in you.
Good morning, Dick. Good morning to the rest of it. Up and down, a lot of staff, crunchy noises. Go to the ECR and use the listen heard. That's your best way of getting the best way of adjusting your audio when you use the tools that are involved in either Echolink or IAX clients, whatever the case may be. That will help the net controllers hear you, because I don't know how they're doing it. These levels are all over the place, and they're doing a great job on the Morning Brew and the other nets they're taking calls out, but it'll make life easier for them if they just simply adjust their audio properly. I know you've mentioned it several times. That's kind of just a gentle reminder to people. A couple people, using the clients, they're overdriven. Just trying to make that comment. We'll return it back to the net. This is Katie Cruz with you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I think we've gotten a lot better over the last couple of months. We've worked with a lot of people in Zoom, and even the Echolink stations are sounding good. You know, if on Echolink, if you know, don't talk into your laptop. You know, get a remote, get a microphone, put it up, talk into a microphone. And you know, this earbud situation, they're not earbuds, but Bluetooth headsets on mobiles, they're just terrible. There isn't one that ever sounds good. But we'll work with you, get it fixed. Let's go to David. I was just talking about you, David, N6 QDY. Thanks for all the pretty mountain shots you give us in the Zoom room.
Yeah, hi Dick. Again, thanks to Vicky for doing the log. Yeah, well, I'm glad you like it. Unfortunately, as far as the inside of the vault, I gotta be selective. So, can't show everything. But if you've done the microwave thing, you pretty much have a good idea. And, yeah, during the regular, when, like Ask an Elmer, Be an Elmer, I think it is what it's called. Yeah, it's great. You know, I'll turn off the video. Well, not turn off the video, but turn it around on my phone so that way not everybody gets distracted. But glad you guys are liking it. And, yeah, that was a great session last night, Ask an Elmer. That brought me all the way home. I was listening to everything. I wanted to get in there, but I didn't want to take up the time and whatnot. And I didn't have my questions pre-formed, so maybe I'll do that next time, because that stuff that you guys were talking about on All-Star and building this, that, and the other really interests me. So I'll look at the asking questions, you know, because I'm new to all this All-Star stuff. Flying up to Seattle, so looking forward to that. Definitely try to check into the ECR on Monday. So anyway, that's about it. Everybody have a great weekend. Back to net control. Thanks again for doing what you guys are doing. N6 QDY.
David, I know you said yesterday you were going on vacation, so enjoy. You work hard for a few days off. I do remember those days. Do we have any mobiles? How about mobiles? Might be straggling in here 24 after the hour. Any mobiles would like to get in here this morning? Kilo Oscar 4, Foxtrot Bravo Mike, KO4 FVM.
Papa,
Kilo 7 Victor Whiskey.
KD2 IWN. All right, we got KD2 IWN. I don't think Tim is Mobile, nor do I think Mike there is Utah was Mobile, K7VWP. Got him in and out. Hey, Jose in St. Cloud, Florida was. Good morning to you, KO4FPM. How's everything going with you, Jose, and what's on your mind this morning?
Good morning, Dick, Vicky, and the rest of the Sessions Cup. Everybody wants everything on Friday. Somebody asked me day off. You probably own my own company. I can have whatever days off I want, but yeah, I took those days off by force because there was no work. Back to you, 73, saying enjoy the rest.
Well, Jose, you can do those things when you're your own boss. Thanks for being there. Have a good weekend yourself. How about Tim, a local here in Western New York, KD2IWN. Good morning, Tim. What's on your mind? This is Dick, WB2JPQ.
Oh, good morning, Dick and Vicky, and again, everybody else listening on the Brew Crew. I'm looking forward to meet and greet. Just secure the door price. And we'll see what that is. I see you at the Ridge on the 21st. Looking forward to that. Hopefully the weather does cooperate. Everything else is copacetic here in Western New York, as you know. There is a local thing that for any local people on the Brew Crew this morning, Pringle Art Club. IWN.
And we'll see you in a couple weeks. I know you're coming, know you're on the list. Well, that's all you have. New stations. Anybody anywhere like to get into the second cup and join us this morning? Relax net, talk about what's on your mind or anything that you want to discuss. Call signs twice from anybody, anywhere. This is Dick, WB2JPQ.
9 Yankee Crew, Delta Alpha. Checking out, good morning to all. Charlie 2,
I was going to say the same thing as what I had to say. Still playing with the off-band transmitter, but I'm getting close. And that's about it, so enjoy your weekend.
Well, thank you, Wayne. And yeah, you get that together. Like I said last night, do a little write-up for us, for our magazine. That goes for anybody. You know, we need articles. Vicky does a great publication, but sometimes it doesn't have the meat and potatoes from users of the East Coast Reflector, only because we can't seem to get people to do us articles or take pictures or something. And there's tons of repeaters owners out there that we would love to do a write-up on your repeater. Our mission was to do a repeater of the month, but that kind of fizzled out because I can't get people to send us pictures and just a short little tidbit about their repeater. Same goes for, you know, simplex nodes. If you got 10 watts or more and an outside antenna and got somewhat decent coverage, which you would have, you know, give us a couple pictures, write us a short article. Vicky and Charles and her people, they fix it up and make it look like it was written by an author. So just get some facts down, get some pictures to us, and participate in East Coast Reflector magazine. We're always looking. Bob, good morning. WDAPIC.
Good morning. And hopefully the audio is good on this radio. You've never commented that it wasn't, so I'm assuming that it is. Oops. I monitor myself, so, you know, when I'm not on the repeater or whatever, I monitor myself if I'm on simplex or whatever, so I know about how it sounds. Yeah, I can remember when Ben's setup that I'm using now was a simplex node. And he would only have it on when Jerry, Jay's was not, because he was having problems originally. That's been straightened out, and his repeater is working very well. And I use both of them, although I use this one more than the other one because the other one's got some static on it when it gets windy. And I got nothing going on today. A friend of mine said he might come over and clean my carpeting, but he gets busy and, you know, I don't work, so if it doesn't happen until next week or whatever, it's not the end of the world. There is a local ham fest tomorrow. I'm trying to see if I can possibly get a ride. I don't need anything. But there is a person I'd like to meet and a dog I'd like to scratch a tummy on and, you know, that kind of stuff. And if it happens, fine. If it doesn't, you know. Thank you guys, all the people that make this setup work. I really appreciate it. And Vicky, logging and all the net controls and just everybody that makes it happen. Back to net control, WDAPIC, Sylvania, Ohio, where it's 61 and cloudy currently.
Thanks, Bob. If you do go to the ham fest, I don't know where it is, but enjoy yourself. You don't need to need anything to go to a ham fest. You just go for the camaraderie. That's what I do. Most of us do. But we always end up seeing something we can't live without. Doug in Homestead, Florida. Good morning to you, Doug. WA8GCLG.
This is WA8CLT. Very good morning, everybody. And it's nice to be able to check in. I have a men's group that I attend on Friday mornings, so I don't get a chance to check in too often to the second cup. So it's a pleasure. Just wanted to let everybody know that I'm still here kicking. So got a few household chores.
All right, thank you, Doug. This is Vicky, K8VKY in the second cup. Next up is Chuck, W2EM. What's on your mind?
Not an awful lot. Yesterday worked a lot outside and trying to get the outside work done before the rains came today. So I spent the afternoon brush hogging the back 40, and I had a little accident. I was going down a lane, and a tree grabbed my fire extinguisher and ripped it off the tractor, and then I ran over it with the brush hog. And I'm driving along, all of a sudden I hear all this noise and an explosion behind me, and I look for the big white cloud behind me, and I'm like, uh-oh, this isn't good. So I minus one fire extinguisher and a mount, so I'm going to have to get those and put them back up. But got a lot of work done this morning. I already got a haircut. I'm about 2 pounds lighter. And washing the thing in the washer, and everything's going. I missed the morning brew because I was running around doing all this stuff, and I had to do what I had to do while I was doing it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gotten it done. So anyway, we'll see what's happening today. We had a pretty good rain during the night, I guess. I guess it poured pretty good. So I'm glad I got everything done yesterday. So we'll see if we do some radio today, and I got to do some stuff on the computer, finances and stuff. So that's my day. So I think I'll be indoors most of today. So anyway, I'll turn it back to Net. Hopefully see you guys in a couple of weeks, and it should be a good time. So 73, W2EM.
That sounds kind of fun. Can you write down some instructions for me? Next up, Robert, KJ4ZFM. Guess Robert was in and out. And that's the end of that list. Taking more check-ins for the second cup.
Kilo India 4, Foxtrot Mike Alpha. Kilo India 4, Foxtrot Mike Alpha.
NXS, November 5, November X-Ray Sierra.
November 8, Mike Juliet, November, and 8, MJN, mobile.
Okay, we've got Jason, KI4, FMA, Paul, N5NXS, and Marson, N8, MJN. And Marson, you were mobile, so you're up first.
Hey, good morning, Vicky. Good morning, Dick, and everybody on the second cup. Just started my truck, so I'm not sure what the question of the day is, but I heard people checking in, so figured I'd drop my name in the hat here. Wish everybody a happy Friday, and 73s, back to net control.
right, thank you, Marston. Next up, Jason, KI4FMA.
KI4FMA. Good morning, Rick there. Just recently found a pistol collection. Got a local repeater up in Huntsville, Alabama. That is linked. I've been listening to it on the way into work, and usually have to check in and out. By the time it gets around to me, I'm almost there. And that's, of course, the Brew Crew. But I hope to get some radio done this weekend, but I don't know. I've got plenty of other things to do, and would like to go set up out in the field somewhere, but it's supposed to be running. And I've got a yard that needs to be mowed. If I can get out there and dodge the raindrops to mow it. Let's say 7-3 to the group, and everyone have a good day.
All right, thank you, Paul. And that was the end of that list. This is Vicky, K8VKY. No question, just want to know what's on your mind. Taking check-ins twice as slowly.
N5 NXS, November 5, November X-Ray Sierra.
Okay, Paul. For a recheck, what did you need? Oh, N5 NXS.
Okay, Miss Vicky, sorry about that. The repeater here is a little drop in and out, I guess. Well, I've been having time with SK Hams. One of my friends I've known over 25 years past. I'm trying to see if maybe anybody could use a 2-element 80-meter beam. I know. The elements are about 76 feet long. He had a 150-foot tower, but he never put it up. It's been in the crate for the last 10 years. But it's ready to go. Anywhere I can send it. A 2-element 80-meter beam. N5, back to you.
Okay, and I see that you're in Sterling Heights, Michigan. Is your email good on QRZ?
Sorry, I missed the last. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was looking at the wrong line. Is it you're in Houston, Texas? Is your email good on QRZ?
Yes, it is. The email's good in QRZ.
I think, and for that was N5NX, and that's the end of that list. We got 15 minutes or so left, and taking more check-ins for the second cup, twice as slowly.
WB2KAO,
Whiskey Bravo 2, Kilo Alpha Oscar. Tim, Rochester, New York.
Okay, St. Lucie, Florida. You're real quiet. Can you try again for me, please? I think I heard KRU. Okay, we got Richie, KD2KRZ. Took a little cranking up, but you are super, super quiet. We also have Tim, WB2KAO. Tim, you're up first. What's on your mind?
Well, good morning, Vicky, and all on frequency, WB2KAO. Good morning, and just thought I'd check in and say hello. Kind of a rainy day here today, but we've certainly had plenty of rain. Everybody's lawn is nice and green. Have a fellow radio amateur in from Madison, Wisconsin, and going to get together for some tonight with a group. So looking forward to that, and have a good weekend. Been enjoying the baseball season. Thank you very much from WB2KAO. Health and happiness to everybody. Have a good weekend. Back to net.
All right, thanks, Tim. And you're in Rochester. Are you going to be coming to the meet and greet?
We have a local ham fest on that day. I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe, but probably not. Over.
Okay. If you change your mind, stop by. It goes until 6. Next up, KD2KRZ.
KD2KRZ, just checking in. I'm amazed that I can hit this repeater. I just got a small handheld, and that's what's going on here. So 73 to you.
Alright, we'll take check-ins in just a second there. We did get you, Richie. You were clear, but just very, very quiet. Next up, Gary, KQ4AYH. Okay, this is Vicky, K8VKY in the second cup. We got about 8 minutes or so left. So, another chance to get into the second cup. Taking check-ins twice and slowly, please.
Kilo Echo 2, Charlie X-Ray Quebec, KE2CXQ.
Kilo Delta 8, Sierra Foxtrot Zulu. Kilo Delta 8, Sierra Foxtrot Zulu.
KK4OXX, that's KK4OXX.
Okay, we got Jonas, KK4OXX, Don, KF8ZF, or SFZ, and Don, KE2CXQ. KE2CXQ, you're up first.
Good morning, Vicky and the rest of the crew, and anybody else that might be listening. Wanted to say that today on June 6, 1944 was the D-Day invasion that started the end of World War II. And several thousand people lost their lives that day in just a few hours. And unless we forget something like this, you know, another war like that could happen again. And that's about all, aside from the fact that it's raining again down here in New York, in the Finger Lakes area. And I suppose with that, it'll be 73 and back to net. Thanks for what you guys do.
All right, thank you for the reminder, Don. Next up, another Don, KD8SFZ.
Good morning to the bird crew. KD8SFZ. Don over here in Fraser. It is a very humid, sticky day out here. And I'm just listening out there at the park to play radio. I'm going to send it back to Net Control. Thank you for having the net. God bless. 73.
All right, thank you, Don. You know, so many people take check-ins by call districts. We've got so many typical names. I'd like to see one done by first name. Next up, not so typical, Jonas, KK4OXX.
That's right. Not common at all. Thank you for taking my check-in. Actually, it's pronounced Jonas here, but it's actually Jonas, the way I was born. So I just made it easy for myself going through school. But anyway, thank you for taking the check-in. I wish everyone the best, and thank you for what you do. KK4OXX.
All right, thank you very much. And this is Vicky, K8VKY in the second cup, taking more check-ins. Last call, check-ins for the second cup.
This is KD2, TVA, Rick and Matador.
Okay, got Rick, KD2. Can you come back with the rest of your call sign, please? Was that KD2 TVA?
Roger, roger, roger.
Okay, Richard, what's on your mind?
Just wanted to check in, stay high. Everybody was actually getting after the receiver from the aromatic tech New York. Out mobile, walking my dog. That means peace to everybody.
Alright, it was good to have you, and welcome to the system. Time for just one or two more. This is Vicky K8VKY in the second cup, taking the last few check-ins.
Victor Lima Kilo, N2VLK, mobile, in and out.
Hotel Uniform, KF4, IHU, Neptune Beach, Florida, checking in.
Okay, we got KF4, IHU, and N2VLK. N2VLK was in and out. So we'll go to Steven, KF4, IHU. What's on your mind?
Rick, I guess I'd had it put away for over 20 years, so I'm just getting back in and just checking out the traffic. Thank you very much.
Alright, well thanks for stopping by. This is Vicky, K8VKY, with Dick, WB2JPQ, on the second cup, and turning the reflector back to normal amateur use.
W2RF.